An ordinary human travels in between three types of mental stages. One is his connection to the outer world through sensory receptors. It's normal consciousness. Second, the deep slumber concealed his self-consciousness. The third one is the dream state in his subconscious mind. Ordinary humans cannot experience beyond these three states. These three states of the mind are the product of avidya. That's why it's called darkness. The real structure of the soul could not occur to a person who is in these three stages. After starting Kriya Yoga, changes will occur. And the changes are not physical, they will happen mentally in your conscious state. By practicing Kriya Sadhana, it will increase our concentration and self-consciousness. This consciousness was called prajna. It is quoted in the ancient Vedas. This prajna will be developed through dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. While practicing Kriya Yoga, there will be some kinds of sounds, nadhas, that we can hear. Practitioners can hear these sounds, nadhas. If these sounds happen to be heard, that means our prajna is starting to enhance. The stage at which our breathing stops, our consciousness will increase. That's why yogis practicing Kriya Yoga. Hearing sounds, nadhas, and syncing your consciousness to these sounds is called Nadha Samadhi. After hearing and syncing with these sounds, the third eye could start opening toward the practitioner. Gradually, it was fully opened, and practitioners could see the divine light of God. They can see many shiny colors blinking on his forehead. And all these colors are the curtains of Maya, delusion. Gradually, all these colors will vanish and bright yellow light will occur. And in the center of these lights, there will be a 5-petal star starting to appear. That star is called Shivam. That is our soul. The bright yellow star is the symbol of Omkar. And in the center of the bright yellow star, there is a blue light that is Christ's consciousness. The 5-petal star is the entrance to the Supreme Soul. The yogi who sees these 5-petal stars will be an avatar. The 5-petal stars will then form Jyotirlingas. After this, yogis can understand that God lives in every atom. The star that shows the path to the quantum universe is called the astral eye, Christ eye. Through this astral eye, yogis can see and experience God's light.
Closing the eyes and in a relaxation, I can remain asleep several nights. And by opening the eyes and recharging the body, I can keep awake several days. Now I will go into the state of superconscious bliss by lifting my eyes higher in a relaxation and controlling my heartbeat.
After increasing sadhana, yogi could shift his consciousness to Karana Loka and merge with Christ's consciousness.
When you say God, you are not talking about somebody or something. When you say God, you are talking about the source of your own creation, isn't it? Isn't it so? When you say God, you are talking about the source of your creation, from what you have come. What is the source of my being? That's what you're asking. So you're asking me, have you experienced the source of my being or your being? Because it cannot be different. Right now, your being and my being may be very different, but the source of this cannot be different. So when you ask, have you experienced this? You are asking, have I experienced the source of your existence? Isn't it? So, the depth of the question has not still tormented you, still on the surface. Curiosity, it's okay, anyway we'll look at it. To ask, what is the source of my creation means, that means I'm existing here without knowing the fundamentals of who I am, isn't it? That's what it means. Living here without knowing the fundamentals of who I am, if you understand the implications of it, It's not a small thing, it'll tear. Right now, the most important thing in the world is human consciousness. Tremendous technologies have come. All these technologies, if they have to become meaningful force in human well-being, it is first the human being that we need to work on. Great things are available in our hands, but if we don't have human beings who are in a certain level of perception and wisdom, then all these technologies can be a big disaster for humanity. At least if you are not empowered with technology, maybe we didn't have to so much bother about human consciousness, we could have allowed another 500 years of stupidity. But not anymore, the way the technology is growing, if human beings don't grow accordingly, we are going to make a big disaster out of everything. Do you see the disaster always lurking on the edge? It can just happen any moment. So when we are hugely empowered, when we are slowly, with the aid of science and technology, we are becoming like giants. If you were just an ant, it was okay how you walk, you can crawl upon anybody, it's all right. Once you become a giant, you better walk carefully, isn't it? Extremely carefully, otherwise every step will be disaster. So in many ways, humanity has become a huge giant, hugely empowered. It's time that they walk very, very cautiously with full awareness, otherwise they will step upon themselves and finish it off. There are some things that need to happen around us.